Welcome everyone to the home of finding sweet chocolate Easter eggs within our video games. Well, okay, perhaps not chocolate ones, but it's as good as having and finding the real thing, but just on a different level, as this is the Easter egg hunter. Hello and welcome back to the Easter egg hunter, where this time my aim was to start uncovering the secrets in the Mortal Kombat franchise, which means for this week we are travelling back to the 90s to check out Mortal Kombat 2 on the Mega Drive, or the Genesis if you like, and checking out the Nintendo 64 version of Mortal Kombat Trilogy. Number 1. Upon the main title screen, hit start to access the fighter selection panel, and if you have a second controller, plug it in and hit start. If you also have a friend, then that's even better, but if not, like me, then at least you can practice and test out each character's special attacks and gory finishing moves. But the main aim here is for one player to win 25 matches in a row, as when this happens the game will honour your streak by 1, congratulating yourself with the following message, and then by 2, sending you to a special location to take on Noob Saibot, a silhouette of a figure featured on the game's other male leads, and will normally pummel you, kick your butt and toss your character back out into the outworld in a matter of seconds, meaning you'll have to gather these 25 wins all over again. The other interesting factor and part regarding Noob Saibot is if you reverse his name, it will now read Tobias Boone, where Tobias and Boone relate to John Tobias and Ed Boon, the Mortal Kombat 2 designers and creators of the Mortal Kombat series. Number 2. One really noticeable Easter egg that first spawned in this very game of Mortal Kombat and has since been used scores of times amongst the series is the image of Dan Forden, Mortal Kombat 2 sound designer, popping in from the side in the bottom right hand corner after a vicious uppercut has been dealt, to which Dan will say, Essentially though, this can also help the player unlock a hidden character, and to do so you could set up a 2-player game, then battle until you reach the 8th stage known as the Portal. Then all you have to do is activate Dan Toasty again by dealing out an aggressive uppercut, and as soon as Forden appears, quickly hit down plus start together, where he'll be whisked through the portal and off to fight Smoke, whom also teases his appearance in amongst the game, also marking his debut to the series. There is also one other feature, but this time head back to the main menu, enter the options tab, then highlight done and input left down left, right down right, left left, right right, to which the test menu appears. Now select no damage to player 1, hit done, and make your way to a 2-player battle, and make sure player 1 serves player 2 a nice big uppercut, and instead of Dan appearing, an odd looking character slides in, and according to some that this was created by Dan's 6-year-old brother. Number 3. Other than Dan Forden releasing a toasty every so often, there is also another comical feature that worked its way into a specific finishing move connected only to Raiden. In order to activate it, you firstly have to enter the test menu again by inputting the previous cheat code, then by scrolling through the pages of options until you discover the Ooh Nasty selection. Highlight this, click done, and proceed to a 2-player game and work your way until the battle reaches the Armory and 6th stage. At this point, one of you must be fighting as Raiden, and when it comes to Raiden's all-important finishing her move, Raiden must quickly press back and start, to which in this case Reptile will explode and the character of Fergus McGovern, one of the founders of Probe Software and co-developers of Mortal Kombat 2, will stand there, thus completing the fatality with a Fergality. Number 4. Switching scenes now from the confines of Mortal Kombat 2 to the Mortal Kombat Trilogy title, and particularly to the Nintendo 64 port, since it contains the most secrets, and the best ones I might also add. This awesome discovery can be uncovered when 2 players square off to each other on the stage of the pit. The game does deliver 3 pit stages, but this one on screen is required. So while you fight away with a friend, always keep a beady eye for movements in the background. Essentially, what you are looking for is a silhouette of either a witch on a broomstick or Santa Claus dashing and gliding across the night sky, complete with sleigh and reindeer. Now, these figures will not always appear. It is incredibly random, but so that you don't have to battle amongst a ton of other stages just to get back to the pit, then you could always and simply highlight Sonya Blade in the character selection menu, then hit start and up together. The screen will shake, pick a character each, to which another option appears, allowing you access to the pit every single time if you so wish. Then as soon as Santa or the witch cross paths with the moon, quickly press Z. The first player to do so will be whisked off to take on what seems to be Space Invaders. Number 5. Never in the course of the Easter egg hunter have I had such a troublesome time in capturing a secret, as it is stated that Pong, the 1970s game, is hidden within Mortal Kombat 2. Yes, this is certainly true on the arcade version, but many websites state that it reveals itself within the Genesis or Mega Drive port after playing 250 consecutive battles in a 2-player mode, and I tried this twice, spending well over 5 hours by myself trying to gather this Easter egg. Did I get it? Well, no. Why? Well, it either doesn't exist or I just really don't know anymore. I even turned to the Xbox 360 version arcade collection and played another 250 matches, and yeah, it doesn't exist there either. So, you know what? Don't even bother wasting your time battling for 250 fights, and instead play Mortal Kombat Trilogy on the Nintendo 64 and fight in a 2-player mode for just 50 matches in a row where Pong can be played together. It does vary slightly from the original game, as the ball never ever stops moving but increases dramatically in speed after every point and hit. The aim is to reach 7 points if you want to win, and after that the game will finish and return back to the main battle. And finally, to finish, if you have some more spare time, play an extra 50 battles after Pong has been and gone, as by reaching 100 fights, both players will now be able to play a third game, which seems to be based on Namco's 1981 title of Galaga. And I'll leave you to enjoy some footage of us playing it rather badly.
Boing.